At some point, we've all experienced it. The empty knot settling deep inside your stomach, seemingly telling your brain to stop trying to bring you up from this seemingly bottomless pit. Ever since last year, shame and regret never really parted from me. At that point, you could even say it had become a part of my self-identity. The force that always sat at the back of my mind, commanding my every thought, move, and action. At the time, I thought nobody could possibly, walking on this earth, understand what I was going through. So what was even the point of asking for help? What started out as a small thought, a small negative remark, blossomed into this botanical garden of hopelessness. Stepping out of my comfort zone was the hardest it had ever been, and no mirrors were allowed in my room anymore. I said, Katrina, deal with it. Why is it that these feelings cut so deep? The thing is, regret isn't just an emotion. It is so much more than that. It is a thief that steals your peace. It wraps you in guilt, drags you into sadness, and makes you question your own sense of self-worth. Then, shame compounds this already heavy pain, whispering lies that you are now flawed beyond repair. Psychologically, your body starts reacting. Stress grips you, your heart races, and you find yourself seemingly isolated, afraid to reach out for help. The worst part, regret doesn't just affect you. It seeps into your relationships. You push people away, fearing their judgment, all while feeling more alone than ever. So, if these feelings are so burdensome, why can't you just let go? Again, the thing is, regret isn't just a simple emotion that can go away with a single journaling session, because trust me, I've tried. Instead, it is composed of various psychological mechanisms, all weighing down on you at the same time. Think of it as a chain reaction. If the first step is free to occur, the next action follows. The first guilt chain is the immediate sense of guilt. The feeling sparks soon after you've done something that A, contradicted your moral standards, B, led to a missed opportunity, or C, had an emotional impact on the members involved. Interestingly, this is also the chain that prompts the desire to make amends. However, if the steps are not taken or unavailable, the second chain is soon set off. What is regret if not paired together with shame? Although shame is a direct consequence of regret, it is a more intense emotion, specifically targeted at your sense of self-worth. And unlike regret, which prompts the solving of a situation, shame encourages withdrawal. It makes you feel exposed and humiliated, leading to endless inner debates of whether you are now fundamentally flawed. The third chain consists of the unavoidable long-term consequences. Chronic feelings of guilt can and will, in fact, act like the big bad wolf, easily destroying your already straw-like self-esteem. Now, not only will you want to think of yourself negatively, but everything that you seemingly held dear about yourself has now disappeared. However, if there's one thing that I can tell you for certain, is that these feelings, as suffocating as they may be, do not last. As my dad says, even if you're swallowed, there's always two possible escape routes. Better yet, guilt forces you to grow. After wallowing in my own sadness for who knows how long, I decided that I probably should have enough. The average person in USA only lives to about 83 years, which when we consider the time we spend sleeping and on our devices, the years drop even more. Therefore, after my wish for the ability to turn back time was not granted for the 67th time, I decided to try to go on. And it was hard, and the word hard doesn't even begin to describe it. But I realized that life does not stop, no matter what. There are 8 billion people you could theoretically say hello to today. 195 countries waiting for you to explore their unique culture. 160 million books waiting for you to open and read their first page. Meaning there's essentially infinite experiences to experience on this planet. Possibilities are all around us. And even when you think you've fallen beyond return, you always have the ability to turn back and try again. Life often throws us onto different paths. And as the word suggests, all different and unique, but always meant to teach you something. Yet, we live in a world that often stigmatizes vulnerability. We hide away our shame, convinced that somehow we are the only ones capable of understanding such emotions. Sounds pretty unrealistic when I put it that way, right? Through bottling up these feelings, we let them slowly eat our will to keep going and stomp on our self-worth. However, when we share stories, something truly magical happens. We connect, we heal, and we realize that just maybe perhaps we are not alone in our struggles. Shame and regret may feel like heavy burdens, but if you treat them accordingly, they're not going to be your enemies. Instead, you'll learn that they're simply a part of our natural human existence and can guide us towards growth, immense growth that can be possibly achieved without them. After all, it's not about erasing your past. It's about using it to build something truly beautiful. And finally, I want to thank you all for coming here today, but I especially want to thank those who have supported me throughout these seemingly never-ending feelings. Thank you.